name's Abhishek Nair and I run Lokah Restaurant and Cafe. It's a new and fun dining concept in Cochin. What we're trying to do here is very travel and food centric hangout place. So we're featuring cuisines from around the world, street food, and I have a restaurant and cafe. So it's just a new and fun dining place in the city. We're very different from what you would traditionally find in Cochin. We're trying to do things a little bit different. My customers have traveled around the world and they want to bring back some of the memories when they come back home. So, they can order dishes from around the world. They get reminded of holidays, they get reminded of times they spent with loved ones and families abroad, And every time they come to Lokah, probably I wish they can grasp onto a part of their memories from before. So it's a very evolving and interactive kind of a destination. Yeah, dreams for me, they change. I mean, they come about every day. So if I were to chase all of these, then I would be really satisfied at the end of my term. But what is trying to tackle one thing at a time, keep myself grounded because my head goes everywhere. I'm very creative. I like to associate myself with people and ventures that are somewhat out there, offbeat, not the conventional thing. So my dream's a little more difficult to probably go and catch hold of. Yet I never try and lose sight of where I want to go. And thankfully, one thing led to another, and Lokah, which was a dream for a long time, came to life, and it's doing well so far. Names are very important for me. Whatever initiative I've been involved with, I've always made sure that there's some kind of connect with the name. It shouldn't just be another thing on the business card. It has to go with the concept completely. Lokah for me symbolizes the world, and it's also derived from the Sanskrit word, which is very eclectic and very all-encompassing. So which is primarily what we're trying to do at this restaurant. Featuring glimpses of the world, and Lokah it just fits. It feels right. So naming, people should also be able to connect when they see a name like this. They're always intrigued. They want to know more. They walk in, and that's half my work done. The dream for any entrepreneur is, at least for the ones I know, you don't just get stuck in one place. You always try to expand, you try to diversify. I would like to see Lokah run successfully across cities in India. Maybe go outside Cochin, have like a nice brand established where people can come and chill out and relax and have a good time. It's my hometown. I love Cochin. It's green, it's beautiful, it's got its share bits of problems as well as any other city would, but a lot more promise. We are one of the third tier cities going, much better, getting a lot more zoom. Well, managerially, this is something I've done even in my previous professions. I've led a few small teams here and there. So I had already been accustomed to it. But when you become an owner, it's a completely different ballgame because you have to kind of, adapt and play different roles at different times. You have to be an owner, you have to be a manager, have to be a worker. So just to make sure that people who are working with you are motivated enough and know that you know what you're talking about. You should never ask someone to do something that you wouldn't. So I try and follow that philosophy out here as well and make sure that, everyone that works with me and everyone, including myself, be a jack of all trades to some extent and get your hands dirty with different things that you're doing. So managerial skills as per se, it's something I've been comfortable with. But this is the first time I've been managing like a big team. I have 30 great guys working at my restaurant, and it's a team task, you know. Food is number one. I'm a foodie by birth, and music, art always runs very deeply in me. Professionally done music, yet not that lucky right now to be doing it, but these are things I find to do in my spare time. I play a lot of my guitars and hanging out with friends. Traveling is big. I'd love to see, you know, almost every part of the map I can tick off on. So that's all work in progress. Definitely, there are always opportunities creeping up here and there. So it's just a matter of how much time I want to put into each of these efforts. Right now, Lokah is my priority. I make sure I take it to a stage where I'm comfortable, and then I start looking into other opportunities that I can lay my hands on. You need to have a good due diligence, need to make sure your research, market research, all of this is in place before you go and actually set up, you know. You could be a first-time entrepreneur, you could be changing it from a different career. Always make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, not just to fulfill your fantasy or your dream. Make sure the numbers are right, because that's what makes sure your business continues after a year as well. You just don't want to start up and fade out and burn, crash down, you know. So make sure it's sustainable, have a good ethical, always be ethical when you're doing work. It'll get you far, you know. Dividends might take a little longer to come, but it will come and it'll be good. Sadly, my cell phone, my laptop, keys to my car, my house, and cigarettes. Unfortunately, yeah. Well, I knew I would be doing something by myself. I'd be lying if I said it was a restaurant, but I knew it would revolve around something that was something that was very collaborative, very I would say exchange driven. I wanted travel and episodes of travel involved, and people and culture, fun, you know. So Lokah thankfully has encompassed some of these things that I wanted, and I'm sure all my ventures in the future as well will be personal, will be parts of me driven into that. This is Abhishek signing off from Lokah Restaurant. You can follow us online in Twitter at Lokah Cafe, or even find us on Facebook. We have a website that's coming up, that's lokah.in. And for more updates, keep tuning into indiavibes.tv and catch the latest updates happening in the city.